Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Mr. Lewis back at you with another video. And today we're going to be talking about how to self-amuse yourself. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and you smash the like button. If you like this video, of course, it just started, but you can still smash that like button and the notification icon, of course, so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So how do you self-amuse? How do you get yourself into a state of happiness, a state of excitement, a state of like you're pumped and you're energized and you're in the zone, really, So how do you get yourself in that zone out of like nothing? Because that's usually what happens, like I made a video previously on motivation. Motivation is overrated. You can go ahead and check that out somewhere over here, but in that video I pretty much explained how motivation, you don't really need it, in order to get something started or to, perform. Anytime you gotta do something, you don't need to wait for motivation to come to you. You can just go and do the thing that you have to do, and you don't have to worry about having motivation. But what about self-amusement, because sometimes you need to be in that zone. You need to be in that place where you're excited, where you're just energized, Perhaps you got to do something similar to this, you got to perform, you got to go on stage or something, and you have to deliver an entire presentation. But in that presentation, you want to be very amused, because here's the thing, like self-amusement is all about exciting yourself. It's all about drawing happiness from within. It's about drawing intensity and excitement, really, from within, though, because for the most part, you see, a lot of us, we like to draw amusement, but from the external world. So in the case that perhaps you got to deliver a presentation in front of 100 people, let's just say, then your external amusement, if you depend on it, it would be, the validation of the entire audience. So, once you begin your presentation, if people are really connecting with it, if you notice that people are being hooked to your presentation, people are clapping, people are laughing, people are really reacting to your presentation in a very positive way, then that would be amusement from the external. And so that amusement is great. I'm not saying that, self-amusement is better than, external amusement. But the thing is that sometimes that doesn't quite happen. Sometimes you might go up and deliver your presentation and it just won't work out. and the audience will not respond the way you would want it to. And so what would happen is that if you maybe the audience starts losing eye contact with you, perhaps they start to sound like a little bit bored, that maybe they start yawning, stuff like that, and or they start leaving the venue because they're just like, I can't take this. And so your state is slowly going to start, falling apart. And the more it falls apart, then the worse your presentation is going to start to get. And, once you start making some obvious mistakes now on stage, then people are going to leave, because now you just made it for them a no-brainer. Like, first of all, you start off without having any sort of amusement, and now you're actually underperforming when you're delivering this presentation on stage. And so you just sort of put yourself in a very bad situation there, because most likely your presentation is just not going to deliver, it's not going to hit, it's not going to produce the intention that presentation originally had. And that's that. So you have to learn how to do self-amusement. And of course, this is just one example. Us guys, a very good example of where you can use self-amusement is when you're going to go and talk to a girl. Perhaps the girl you're about to talk to, maybe she's quiet, maybe she just doesn't know you too well, so she won't really open up to you at first. And so you're going to have to self-amuse, because the thing is that you can't rely on her to really amuse you and to really get you in the zone, to get you excited to be talking to her. You can't expect that from her. So you're going to have to draw that from within, because if not, she'll feel that. She'll feel that you're there just to, suck the amusement out of her or something like that, or the validation or stuff like that. And so, eventually it's going to fall apart too, because if you're relying on her for that, then you won't be able to do whatever it is that you need to do in order to attract that girl, because you'll be waiting on that amusement to come to you. But if it never comes, if you're not able to drive from within, then eventually she's just going to walk away, because, yeah, your intentions were all over the place at that point. So that's a very good example for men right there. And this could be for friendship too. Maybe you need a self-amuse for your friends. Maybe your friend is feeling down, and you want to lift them up. So in that case, you're gonna have to draw amusement from within in order for you to be able to bring out that excitement, bring out that high energy from within, because you obviously you can't draw it from your friend, because your friend is probably down, something happened. So if you try to draw amusement from that person, then it's not going to work, because they're not in the right place. So this is why it's so important for you to learn how to do self-amusement. And so, I apply self-amusement in these videos as well, because, talking to a camera, I'm really just talking to a camera. I mean, I know that eventually this video is going to be seen by people on YouTube, but at the end of the day, I'm just talking to a camera, really. And so I have to use self-amusement here, because I have no feedback, I have no response, I have nobody here like laughing at my jokes, I have nobody here giving me any like body language cues, that what I'm saying is proper or that it's not. I don't know that. So self-amusement is really about just controlling the perception. It's all about assuming. I made a video about assuming, and you can check it out somewhere here, but that's more about like assuming with relationships and how that's bad. But in this case, it's actually good, because if you don't have an assumption, then you have nothing. Because like I said, self-amusement is all about you just drawing it from within. So in order for you to draw it from within, all you really need to do is believe in it. So you need to assume something about yourself and then believe it, and then it'll happen. So in this case, I can assume that 1 million people are gonna watch this video, all right? So this video is gonna be seen by 1 million people. So that's my assumption. So now my belief is gonna be like, all right, this video is gonna be seen by 1 million people, so I'm gonna perform. I'm gonna imagine that it's gonna be 1 million people, but not only 1 million people, but all these 1 million people are super interested in listening to what I have to say. So now I'm delivering the content in that manner. And so this is really what it comes down to, So take the example with the guy who's trying to deliver a message on stage or a presentation. How can he, self-amuse? So he could just pretty much assume that everybody in the audience is so pumped, is so psyched, is so excited to see him. Even if they start leaving, even if they start yawning, even if this and that, you're gonna say, they're still excited to see me, Maybe they're yawning because they didn't get some good sleep. They're departing because they have something to do. They forgot that they had to meet up with someone, or they forgot they had to get some stuff done, so they had to go. You see people who are losing eye contact, they probably have a attention deficiency where they can't retain their attention on one particular person or thing for a very long time. So there you go. See, so you can make all these assumptions, and all these assumptions are positive, and they're aligned with whatever your goal is. So in this case, whatever your belief is, actually. So right now your belief is that everybody's excited to see you. So in that case, I'm gonna talk so excited, like two people are talking here. They're excited to listen to me, and I'm excited to make sure that they listen to what I have to say in this presentation. So that's the belief, that's the dynamic here you're trying to create with your audience. So the assumptions are that, people are there to listen to you, and they're excited. And regardless of whatever they do, they still want to fucking listen to you. And because of that, you're going to deliver the best content. You're going to deliver it in the best way possible, all the way till the end. All the way to the end, until this is over. And this is awesome. This is how you have to do it. In the case of the girl, with the guy trying to attract the girl, you could assume that this girl really likes you. Hey, you know what? This girl likes me. She's into me. She just, she wants to be with me. I just gotta do what I gotta do in order to attract her. So in this case, the assumptions are that that she likes you and stuff, and so the belief is gonna be that, oh, because she likes me, because she's already attracted to me, I'm gonna make sure that she gets corresponded. I'm gonna make sure that she knows that I'm also interested in her, and that I'm also attracted to her. And I'm gonna do this no matter what. No matter what response she gives me. No matter, maybe she gives me silence, maybe she gives me congruency tests, whatever it may be. I know that deep down she's attracted to me, and she's doing this because she's attracted to me. And once you understand that, well, then you can self-amuse. You can feel excited. You can be like, yeah, I'm pumped to talk to this girl because I know that deep down she's attracted as well. So I'm not wasting my time. I don't have to feel bad if I don't get the right response. I don't get the right feedback, because deep down I know that she likes me. And you can also apply this with a friend. Like I said, maybe your friend is down. You could say, like, yeah, you know what? I have an opportunity here. I have an opportunity to save this person. I have an opportunity to lift this person up. But in order to do that, I have to be able to, resonate with what's going on at first, and then pump that person up. Because I actually see this mistake a lot, being done a lot. This one's like not used very well. So somebody's trying to like pump you up, right? You're feeling like shit. I don't know, whatever. You went through a breakup, or you got fired from work, or something like bad happened, right? And so you're a little bit sad and depressed and a little bit confused, maybe a little bit angry as well. And you're just sitting there, and then your friend comes up to you and they're like, come on, man, come on, let's do this shit, man. Pick yourself back up. Come on, man, let's do this shit, man. Life is short, whatever, this bullshit and everything. It was like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's just so, it's just so wrong. It's nasty. It's bad play. Look, what you want to do in that situation is that you first have to empathize with that person. You have to understand like what they're going through, right? So listen to them, know what's going on there, and then you can apply and implement this pumping thing. But the thing is that why people do that is because they don't know how to self-amuse. So they try to go in with this energy of like, come on, come on, come on, like right from the start, because they know that as soon as they start to connect with that person, and in order to connect and empathize with that person, you sort of have to get into that state with them, So if they're feeling sad, when you start listening to them, you might start to feel a little bit sad too, because you're connecting with them. I actually spoke about this in a previous video as to how to show empathy for other people, and so you can find that somewhere over here as well. But yeah, that's really what it comes down to. So not a lot of people are really good at that. So then they just go in and start like, oh, come on, let's do this shit, You got to resonate with the person first. You got to understand what's going on. And then you can go ahead and self-amuse and be like, all right, I have this opportunity, lift this person up. Let's do this. And so you pump them up and you're like, yeah. So the assumption is really that, hey, things are bad right now, but you can still control the perception. You can still, feel good about yourself. You can still feel good about the situation. You can see the positive light about it. And so you start to, because that's your assumption, now your belief is like, hey, you know what? This is going to be okay. This is going to be fine. Why the fuck are we worrying about this shit, man? Come on, Like, we know the delicacy of this situation, but it's not going to be forever. Eventually, it's going to have a solution. We're working on the solution. Let's work on the solution. We can't work on it if we're all like destroyed here and sad and depressed and stuff like that. And so you just start having these beliefs, and then eventually, you start to pump yourself up, and then you start to pump the other person up as well. So like, yeah, and that's really what it comes down to when it comes to self-amusement. It's just all about pumping yourself up. It's all about just, feeling good about yourself, really. Feeling good about yourself and always looking at everything from a positive light. Whatever negative thought you may have, reframe it. And reframe it in a way where it's at your convenience, so that it's heading in a very positive, path that eventually is going to get you the result that you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know this video was a little bit complex. I'm going to make another video in the future that, breaks this down a little bit better, so that you guys can understand a little better. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification icon, smash the like button, and there'll be more videos to watch for you. And I'll see you in the next video.